good night, and welcome to Bench Talk. My name is Jason Clark, and tonight I am joined by my fellow co-hosts, Mr. Hassani Evelyn and Mr. Akeem Nero. Good night, guys. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good, man. Good. Tired.
Good man.
Working hard.
Yeah, same here, boys. Same here. What about you, Mr. Evelyn? How are you doing, sir?
I, I good man. Just I would tell myself I was watching about a show tonight, and maybe I've been talking about the NBA, and I tell myself a lot happened in a week. Yeah, last week LeBron and Lakers out. Jason, man, you know us to come back here, and we saying, man, we gonna be alright. Westbrook to the Clippers, everybody, we been talking about that. And look, in a week, look at all the madness that happened in the NBA within 1 week. One single week, Nero.
Mm.
One single week,
True.
yeah. Last week, Lakers a little like strugglers. Man, no loss. And the week, fast forward in the week, the man in ninth. The same Clippers that the city the trending just above me. Memphis and John Morant, I don't know. He want hard side against. Yeah, he want a Bajan cut ass. That's what he want.
True.
And yeah, it's just amazing. Warriors got the issue. Steph come back. Warriors still in problems. Man got the worst world record. Boston lost. The Knicks on a roll. Oh, jeez,
Yeah,
man. Look, yeah, it's amazing in a week, man.
basketball right now is box office stuff, man. Entertaining stuff, night in, night out, man. That's the truth. Night in, night out, this be great stuff. See, I know two of y'all would have been elated last night to see 80 put up 30 and 22. They're crazy number today, boy. It was a good game.
Yeah.
It was a good game from him, that's the truth. But I just say, Sunny boy, NBA
Just
right now
what would
is
say
box office stuff.
turn up boss off. But just my thing is that if I could get Giannis Motor and growing that effort to dominate, I put it in Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis would be the best player in basketball. You agree with me or
I
you don't agree
agree.
with me, bro? Like the best player in the NBA. He got the skill set, the smoothness. Giannis a little rugged, but Anthony Davis smooth. Just that
Yeah.
motor to dominate every night. Anthony Davis should be averaging almost 30 and 16, 30 and 17, even 30 and 20 with that Giannis thing.
I agree. He
Uh,
definitely got the capabilities to be
but but
definitely
he has been stepping up, and in the games we lost, he still hold he any bargains just not the boy ain't come along with he that night.
yeah.
But for the most part, he's been
Yeah.
yeah.
Fellas, Lakers playing good basketball no man. The last I think you mentioned last night they won the last 6 or the 8. And I mean when I see a team that didn't have LeBron on the floor playing and winning so consistently in the world. So it's good to see, man. Good to
But
see for the
you know
Lakers
once
right
you
now.
build it, once you build and he runs a basketball, man, once you build the side, you got good defenders. Cause it's a shooter's lead. Once you got good wings and capable shooters, you can be in the games enough nice. You just want that one superstar to be a superstar. And they get contributions from everybody.
Yeah,
So if they
it's
can
true.
hang in, they got a second easiest closing schedule. They just gonna hang in. Just gonna hang in. That's all.
Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. Um, fellas, we can get into the cricket here now. Last week we ended West Indies, South Africa. We were still in the first test was still being played. When we ended last week, South Africa were batting, and we were saying that the start of the next day, the first hour or 2 hours would really determine that game. Um, South Africa went out and they ended up giving us 240 odd to win in the end. And I definitely was one who was basically saying, I believe the West Indies given to 40, if given to 40, I was backing the guys to chase that down. Given the time too that we had to chase down the runs. Unfortunately, we didn't. We only managed to get to a measly 159 all out. South Africa winning by 80 odd runs. It was a poor batting performance. Only Blackwood actually got a score probably of over 20 from my recollection. Yeah, the openers didn't really. Well, I mean, I don't really need to go on the list. But like I said, only Blackwood really scored some runs. I can't. Well, I can't really say kudos to the bowlers. I think the South African bowlers. I don't think that they bowl, out of this world to really restrict the West Indies to 159. Albeit, like I said, especially with the time that we had, I think we could really try to construct innings to get to that 240. Like I said, unfortunately we didn't. Poor batting performance, like I said again. I at this point, you don't really want to go down and call names and talk about we expect more from this player, we expect more for this player. We just need the team to be more consistent in general, in my opinion. But yeah, we can start there first tonight, guys. I can just open up the floor. It's just two of you there tonight. What did the guys thought about? What did the guys think? Sorry, about that ending to that first test match, West Indies versus South Africa.
Opportunity missed. Opportunity missed at the beginning of the test. If we would have asked any of us, if we would have taken 240 odd to win in 2.5 days, I think everybody on the panel out there would have said yes. With the opportunity miss, kudos to the bowling attack for getting the West Indies back into the game from the position on day one, or lunch day one, I should say, to having to chase 240 odd in 2.5 days. Kudos to Roach for getting a favor, moving up the rankings, etc. With some rumblings and persons asking for him to be, he getting old and but like I said, from his temporary class is permanent. And any day chasing 240 and one person making over 20, that's a recipe for disaster. Unless that one person score a big 100 and get it over the line, but the opportunity miss. I can't stop saying that because you have 2.5 days. Yes, this team has been known over the England series here where we won the last test when Silver scored 100. We've been known to bat some time. Even against Zimbabwe, we crawled about how slow the guys batted. So this was the perfect opportunity. To at least, if this is one of the times they wouldn't have to worry about anything, just bat. But when you say A, you got to say B. The opponent attacking South Africa got a target to bolter. So they're going to come with that extra 5-10%. Not saying that they don't usually give 100, but they're going to give, you got 240 on the board. They're going to give that extra push. So we folded actually. Blackwood, usual self, counter-attacking. None of us here are big fans of Blackwood, but his style, his method is effective. It's very, very effective. It's not pretty, but at some point, if he continues like this, we're going to look wrong and see where Blackwood average 30 in cricket with 30, 50s or something and a 10, 1100 somehow. So he ain't had a bad career for the type of player we thought he was.
Correct.
Yeah, so all in all, opportunity missed. And from a very weak batting lineup from South Africa, I might add. Bavuma struggling. Some of their better players out. Only Markram, basically. Markram playing a blend of innings, both innings, but opportunity missed. You couldn't want anything better, just 2.5 days, just bat.
Yeah.
Just bat. Preserve your wickets. But I guess we just folded under the pressure of they're constantly coming at us, and we failed to met over 220 in the innings in the test match. Once again, that's a recipe for disaster.
Um, for me, there was wrestling was behind the eight ball from the beginning. You know, your ball poor, you back yourself in the corner, you immediately runs. The game, man, a healthy lead. Your ball, you man, reasonable cheat too for to me. But I just got a statistic for y'all: 3 and 18,
3 and
3 and 18.
80.
That's Jermaine Blackwood. 18. That's Jermaine Blackwood. hundreds to 50s ratio.
3 and 18.
300. Yeah, 3 and 18.
Okay.
Right? Conversion rate. Conversion rate is. You can't get minutes or batting positions and just give me a hand. But it's got to bring it home. Blackwood still is needed for the cricket, yes, West Indies. But just when you can't see any ball like that, you got back. You got back. You have to back. You have to see it through. You can't just not you just cannot think. Can't just not get away. Can't get away like that. It's not I mean, Iman was going so good. He was going good.
But he's not that type of player, though. As in, how to put it? He's not going to convert many. He's not going to convert. He's going to be a 50 player.
But his captain got to show some. But you can't come and make a statement saying last year or year before that you desire you have a passion to bat longer periods. You remember when he said that, Jess? That he want to bat longer periods. You remember that, right, Nero?
But with his batting style, yeah, I remember when the 100 again, England.
Good. And they said, well, this is maybe a chance to turn the corner. But you play that attacking, not you basically at that time the game was getting away from South Africa. You know, South Africa was not in the control that I think it was.
You talking about in the season last innings?
Yeah.
Hasani one man score over 20.
I understand, but
away from South Africa?
Not that was innings. Had he continued, he could have got a different result.
Hasani
that's one of those innings. That's one of those innings or one of those games where you up 20. You up 20 with a minute to go. And it may hit 3 quick trees or something and make it a little bit closer than it actually is. That's all it is.
I understand. But with 87 runs victory, right? When Blackwood got out, they scored 3 for 122. Right?
Okay, Sonny. I can interject. But we know how it goes. With 3 more wickets in the hat now, he probably gonna start batting how he batting.
Oh, sorry,
and then he'll get the call for something.
He was the 9th wicket now, sorry.
So you know how it goes. When the game close, they got standing pressure. When in that stage in the pressure, it's free fall. Everything is a bonus. You are already looking down the barrel. All right. If we get the run, so be it. But you can still play him again. But like I was telling you, I accept that the type of player he is. He's not gonna be one of those. He ain't gonna convert. So I feel like when he finishes and he has 30-something 50s, and he manages to get up to 800s, I think for him that's a good career. He's not like Gale and those guys aggressive, but Gale and those guys is the highest level of that type of player. Blackwood is not that. So you can create chances more often than not. Gale and Gilchrist, Jasseria, and those type of players, those guys are just Brandon McCullum, those are the highest level of attack. CY. Those are the highest, David Warner, those are the highest level attacking players. Blackwood is
Graham Smith.
What Graham Smith? He wasn't in that.
You mean blatant just attacking right? Okay.
Yeah. But so I accept that for what he is. And if he finishes with 30 out of 50s and 7, 8 test hundreds, he has had a great career.
For me, what's going on with this and hold up? I there's an APB out for Jason runs for Jason Holder.
Don't know more. But
Clarky, I know that Jordan.
anyway.
Just somebody reach out to what going on with Jace? What going on with Jace here?
Yeah,
I
honestly, in the last
I'm mortified. Like Jace how somebody batting could just drop like it just like Jace batting going from a premium test all rounder like
yeah,
up there and just drop right down to a tail ender, like barely just able to keep a little 10 or 15 blocks on balls and back in. I am worried. I am worried. It's worrisome. It's very worrisome. Like
yeah,
once upon a time, you
I
used to see
agree.
I
Jace
agree.
fight to bat in the middle. It just like it used to be like my Jace could stick in here and cut a little grind a little 50 from you know, or he would score 30 from probably 107 ball just with a bat. He'll probably stand a bat equation black when a black hole could have continued. He thinking no, it's just a matter of when the wicket can fall. It going like you saying. Even Kalmir is like where the runs going.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
People
for
can
me,
start to ask questions. Just
yeah,
like
for Jason, you know, you look at the test team. You look at the team has the test team. Obviously in my opinion, the test team. Obviously, yes, we know the major issue within the West Indies team is for me inconsistency. And you look at the shorter format. You tell yourself, well, yeah, the shorter and Nero did mention that before. Like when you look at the shorter format, you say, well, in the grand scheme of things, just according Reedy in here today, but we can still bring Reedy in somewhere. So I'm calling a spade a spade. But you look at the shorter format, the makeup of that team, the makeup of those teams, I should say, like, yeah, you tell yourself we in some trouble for some time to come. To be very 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 honest, But when you look at the makeup of the test team, you tell yourself, well, especially with some of the sparks you would have had recently, you would have seen Bonner come into the team and try to score some hundreds here and there. You would have seen Calmiers come on to you. Yes, he wasn't, even when he wasn't scoring. You still see him taking up some wickets here and there with the ball. And you tell yourself, well, the test team, yes, we are not gonna be. We're not gonna be We're not gonna be competing with Australia. We're not gonna be competing with India. But we gonna compete. You know what I mean? And you look at the team, and you would tell yourself you expect Jason to be a big part of that. You know what I mean? With his experience, no, Jason has been around. But recently, over the past, I was looking at his innings over the past, I would say the year and a half, 2 years. And Jason with the bat, it has
was the
not
high
been.
score?
I
Was
think
the high
Jason
score,
had
yes?
We was even talking
150.
about it the other day. The double 100 was 2019
Yeah, and I think since then he had a 58.
or 60.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't even recall any other scores above 50, to be honest. As Sonny said, it is worrisome, to be honest. It is worrisome. Had this been any other player, to be honest, we would have definitely been calling for that player side for sure with these performances. Um, I mean, we could only hope and pray that he turned the corner and he could get back into some form and give us some runs for sure. But yeah, right now it is definitely worrisome. Saying just especially with the bat. I mean, obviously he's still chipping with the ball here and there, but yeah, Jason with the bat has been poor.
Is a 58 in the last
Correct, 58.
2021, he scored 71 not out versus Sri Lanka, March 2021. Then he had a 58, and since he 58 is a 16, 26, 47, 36, 0, 4, 3, 45, 37 not out, 12, 0, 0. DMB 27, 3, 0, 11, 11, DMB 3, 0, 8. 15, and then yeah, yeah.
It's been hasn't been good at all, like the truth. But I mean, the thing is with Jace is you know the ability there, you know the talent is there, no doubt about it. Like we went to school with Jason, and we know we know Jason Jason could bat just as good as he could bowl. He definitely has that ability within him. So we could just hope that he can turn the corner and get back to scoring some runs for the West Indies. But yeah, recently Jason has been poor with the bat for sure. No doubt about it. But yeah, Sonny, I'm not sure if you were finished with
No, I just Kyle, Jason, well, not Ray Ralston. The Silver got show a little more application. They should have never changed the batting order. This is the same thing when we have Roche was saying. Like, you're chopping and changing batting order. You're changing, pick a step batting order
You said not really roster.
and stick to it. Because I can't kill it. He scored runs in Australia. So I give a little blight. Just a little slight blight. Just a slight blight. Not too hard, but a slight blight. Just a slight path. Because recently he had some good knocks. Curling give me none. I looking at over period. Curling give me none in a minute. Chase the silver last one was the 100 against England. Yes, he ain't give me none in a minute. He ain't give me none in a minute neither. But I think the batting order should stay as it is. But let me reflect on the good news. Congrats to Kemar Roach on moving up above Joe Garner on the all-time Test wicket taking list. It is a pleasure watching Roach keep fighting the fight. I mean, we was now talking about Roach. We all know in terms of his away record, taking wickets versus home. But it was good to see Roach step up with a fight. I am happy for him. A legend, a certain Hall of
Still
Fame
over the
West
50.
Indies legend, I would say.
It's true.
So we waiting for that.
So
So yeah, but all in all, the bowling, if it was to give grades, I would get the bowling was the first innings I would get just a B minus, Well, yeah, cause your start by would come out well. The second innings I get a A plus. You did well. The batting probably a C minus C, and then the second innings I get D. Yeah, it might, and it only called D because Blackwood scored D. So yeah, but other than that,
I get an F.
Blackwood. It was going to be an F, but Blackwood obviously cut out, so a little D on the report card.
A D. I can't remember how it was going. A D with still a pass.
A D's a pass, no, I think
But
so.
no,
Or
like,
so
go get F.
I F then.
Go get F. 1 mile per over 20. No, it's an F or something. You can't get it. Can't get out passing grid or something.
Oh, I forget when you do the law averages. Like when you do the GPA, you might get B plus, and then you feel all your rest stuff just academic warning.
Exactly. Can't get anything. It was poor performance there. That's the truth. Poor performance there.
See that way we need a head coach, but nobody listening to me. But all right.
Well, yeah. So since then, yesterday we had the start of the second test match.
This morning.
Well, this morning,
yeah.
The start of the second test match. Against South Africa, they closed the day on 311, I think, for 7. I think Morty got three wickets. I think Cull picked up 2 in the end, and I think Jason got 1, and I can't remember who else got the other wicket. But
Happy Azari.
Azari got one. Azari got one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Azari. Yeah, I think it was Azari got the other one. Yeah, 311 for 7. Obviously with these runs there now, I mean, South Africa would definitely feel that they're definitely in the driver's seat for sure.
Men score almost three and a half. Men got 3.5 over here.
Yeah, they would definitely feel like they are in the driver's seat for sure at this point in the game. I don't think anyone scored 100. I think
Markham getting 96.
yeah, Markham scored 90
Tony
something.
Dezori scored 85.
Yeah. Like I said, closer play definitely swinging South Africa's way. Hopefully the rest of these can come out and restrict them on the 350 and try their best to get as close. You know, obviously we would love to see them to get first innings, but hopefully they get as close and try to make a match out of this. 300 plus for 7 in the first day. More likely can have a result in this game. I can't say it. I can't say anything in a draw. And I would really love to see the West Indies make a match out of it. That is true. Even if they don't come out on top as we would love them to, obviously. Just I mean, like I said, I just want to see some fight. Just want to see some grit from the guys. But yeah, for me right now, 311 for 7 after the first day. Obviously going based on the first match too. At this point in time, South Africa for me are in the driver's seat in this game. But like I said, hopefully the rest of these will come back tomorrow and get those last 3 wickets quite early. And, you know, hopefully the batsmen can come out and redeem themselves and give good performance. And like I said, make a game out of this. But yeah, what did you guys think of the first day's play in this second test?
I can just say one thing. Once again, we ball bad to start. We start wrong again. Lanes all over the place. Again. That was all I can say.
That was 15 things.
No, that was one sentence. One sentence.
That
was it for me, Jace. That was all I can say.
This reminds me of the first test already. This reminded me of the first test. It was looking ugly. Then we end up getting something respectable wicket-wise. 311 for 7. Hopefully it can bowl in there for 330, 340. And yeah, it reminded me of the first test. Only difference is the ball in the top. Then the Narkid and the Janssen. But Mulder's a decent swing bowler, so hopefully the guys don't relax, and then we actually might not got the pace, but the guys a fella might. So all right, the Narcan might play the more expansive drive at Mulder, and that's what probably Mulder looking for. So it'll be interesting. But I see the guys playing 2 spinners as well. So I got Maharaj and and the second spinner gonna come into the game.
Harma.
Yeah. He's a lazy boy. I don't know why, but he's sample heat. But Klassen, not a fan of Klassen. So hopefully West Indies don't do West Indies thing and let Klassen become a household name. So his first order of business, get his straight borders on and look to dismiss Klassen. Look to get the score even more respectable. Hopefully 330. 330, 340 tops. And then go from there. Battle the rest of the day without losing more than 2 wickets. 2 wickets. We got back some time now. Yeah. Back some time now. You understand? But Mark Crum in fine run of farm. Elgar thereabouts. Bavuma. I don't know, boy. I don't know. I guess in a few years he can write a book or something, and we can know about some things going on behind the scenes. But Buma, I don't know. I don't like to see players going through things like this. This is a running farm. He getting stripped of captaincy. There's a lot for a man. It's only human like any days. So I don't know if you can take a step back take a break and come back or something. But he ain't getting a better bunch. He ain't getting a better for Bavuma. Um, but all in all, a fair day. A fair day. I could say. I won't say below par, but a fair day. 311 for 7. That's a fair day on day one.
I guess in the grand scheme of things.
Can you go, my kid?
But
Say
just
Joe.
you know what's funny? Bavuma got one test 120 50s. So we're talking about Blackwood conversion, but Bavuma was just as awful. I kid
Yeah,
you
but
not.
you play for South Africa and as a batsman, that's different. That's just, I don't know. And that test 100 what the other day?
I think so. But he won their average superb.
Wait, superb?
But well, he averaging 45. He ain't playing a lot of games. Averaging
Oh,
45, 300s, 250s.
Perfect was good.
Yeah. But just your Clint thoughts, man. Let me hear what you think.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I was asking for your thoughts.
Well, I guess I basically said, like I said,
Mhm.
South Africa, in my opinion, right now, 311 for 7. Nero say yes, obviously, is a fair day for the West Indies. But in my opinion, right now, South Africa are in the driver's seat. Obviously, I going based on the batting display too that I would have seen in the first match as well. So I'm using that as a benchmark as well. So right now, yeah, like I said, it's not a horrible day as Nero said, but South Africa 311 for 7. Right now they are in the driver's seat at this point in time.
But before Clint come in, what I would say is I think I'm hoping that the batsmen feel a little bit easier because Rabat is well spelled.
I
But
don't.
but
That's
but
what I try to tell you.
but for
When you
me,
feel a
because
little easier though, you getting into that cover drive a bit easier. They got 3 slits and 2 gullies back there. I ain't want you
I know
feeling easier.
I mean the pressure North is generate. North is keep coming at 95. Like he coming 90
But
to 95
as
back
Nero say right,
and he can both a little spell.
but as Nero say right, because I was having this discussion recently, and I was saying, yeah, but if Mulder come in, people might decide we can target him, but that's the hard man that will end up getting 4 because you looking to go out, he probably too hard and nick a ball don't behind it because you tell yourself, yeah, Rabada, I see off Rabada, I got beat the rest of these season. So that's when you start to run yourself in problems.
Because all your stats is gonna be up for North here. This my boy
Yeah,
19. Me and Buck Mulder know you can relax. And
yeah,
that's the game there. Dibbling, doubling both there and lure into a drive. Or playing wrong with your paddle or something. You understand? So now I want you to relax. We all we play
yes.
cricket. We face the left fast bowler. And we say, all right, Sunny coming on. No, we gonna look to beat a Sunny. And then you go and push playing out with ball or say.
And that's
Hey,
saying
let me tell you, no, once Sonny get
Oh,
out,
Hassan
Sunny
go
going ball up, talking all over his face.
up for five.
you know,
You know,
when
battle,
Sonny get, when
On his
battle
word.
silly. You know, battle silly. You understand? So,
that's
all right, we
funny.
battle silly, you good. And then so
That's
Sunny, we gonna
funny.
beat the birds off of Sunny. And Sunny go running all down, all
He can't
the,
grow. Oh no, he
yeah.
can't grow.
Just but you know what's the funny thing about that though?
Uh,
Now you stop it.
uh, but
You know
yeah,
what?
Clay. First off, good night, buddy. Good to see you.
Yeah, good night. Good night. My
Yeah,
apologies for being late.
yeah, no worries, buddy. Obviously, as you would have heard, we are obviously discussing the first day of
Right.
the second test.
Correct.
South Africa, West Indies. You could just give us your thoughts on that.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, 311 for 7 probably honors even. I guess. If anything, probably favor South Africa a little bit. Um, I would say we did well to end like that because at lunchtime It was looking as though it could be a lot worse than 311 for seven. Um, Run rate was up at 4.5 and stuff like that for large parts. But I thought we responded pretty well. There was a spell there after lunch with Jason. I think we got Bavuma out and one or two tight overs and what's not. But that session before lunch was ridiculous. It was really, really ridiculous. There was little to no control from the bowlers. It kind of mirrored the first test. Um, and yeah, that for me that was disappointing. It was really, really disappointing. I say this all the time. If you are playing for a South cricket and even more so playing international cricket as a bowler, your number one requirement is to be consistent. You have to be able to put 4 or 5 deliveries in an excellent area, and it will probably allow the other two deliveries to maybe be six
The whole
inches
train.
off
The
or
whole
whatever.
train.
Yeah, like that's the bare minimum. That is the bare minimum. Let me criticize you for not having an in swinger or not having an out
Mm.
swinger. You play at that level, you got to be consistent.
I
And
agree.
like 4 ball after 4 ball after 4 ball.
I agree.
What's his name? The left hand spinner,
Multi.
Morty.
Morty.
Morty Morty bowled full toss must see every over today. And I just say how you bowling so many ball balls as a finger spinner. Like I mean he then has some decent ones in between there, but at this level, bowling 2 balls dumping for the batsman ain't good enough if you then letting you off with a full toss or with a drag down. Um, yeah, we didn't group enough, and yeah, so we kind of let them get off. Fortunate to probably get the wicket of Mark Crum, but yeah, so it's always a decent comeback after that horror show in the first session. So the key tomorrow, obviously, them last 3 wickets, no messing about. We need to wrap up that tail as quickly as possible. From here, 340. I would probably take that as a West Indian, and then obviously got one back properly. The pitch probably would be a little better for batting tomorrow. Um, so yeah, obviously a lot relies on that opening partnership, as everybody knows. But that being said, men in the middle order got to step up because here's where Craig could get a good ball, Tia should get a good ball. From there on, Raymond, Roston, Mears, Jason Holder, Blackwood got to come to the party.
The
Got to
Silva.
come to the party. This obviously, yeah, down the lane, gotta come, but that middle order has been fragile for a little while. So we
Wait,
Yeah.
stay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's saying the middle order has been fragile for a little while, so the middle order
Alright.
needs to be more solid.
A sidebar though, in the cricket ongoing, Sri Lanka is still 147 is 147 for one. Mendes is 85 for 74, and Karuf whoever is
Gulliparatne.
48 for 81. So the man more than
Who in there? Who
yeah,
in there?
man more than something. Them DK more. So the man more than at 4.7 or over.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, so like I was saying, the middle order really has to come to the party. Um, so yeah, we need to post a bill for us in this total because if you're trailing by more than 50 runs, the task gonna easily slip away from you. So and this obviously a results pitch. So pitch actually starting to spin a little bit. So hoping about that spin, left arm spin of Maharaj and Simon Harmer gonna be interesting to watch as well too. Obviously a lot of the focus is on Rabada. But it's how we play that spin gonna be important. Maharaj is pretty steady. Not a big turner, but he can be there both asking questions and Sam Muhammad probably more of a attacking option. So it'll be interesting how we go about batting that. So I still think that we could draw the series 1-0, but need some fight. Tomorrow is a crucial day in the test match.
Yeah, very.
You can't win the test match tomorrow, but you could lose it tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. That's a fact.
You could lose it tomorrow.
That is a fact. And well, I don't know if you wanna.
That was a good show. We had a good show tonight.
I don't know if you wanna touch on the last day of the first test. Last week we would have touched on that earlier. Hassani, Nero, and myself, we would last week we would have ended the show going into the final day. Not the final day, sorry, what am I saying? Going into
Day 2.
Day 2. No, day 3.
Day 3.
Yeah. Basically, South Africa,
Yeah.
we were saying that we needed to restrict South Africa early, and I was basically saying, I'm back in the West Indies to chase down to 40 odd, and they did give us to 40 odd, but unfortunately we made a mess of it. So yeah, anything you want to say on that? You basically said it on pertaining to this month, the middle order.
Yeah. So yeah, the game went exactly because I was smiling to myself as the game was unfolding because everything that we discussed on the show actually started to happen, minus obviously us batting well. So we had everything in our favor, but I mean, once again, just a real lackluster performance with the bat. It was just disappointing all around. No fight, no guts. I mean, obviously Blackwood was the standout there with Sammy, but any day, I mean, no partnerships, no. It was just disappointing, man. It was there isn't a whole lot to add up. So that it just was not a good performance. It had no heart. There was no skill involved. It was just lacking. So like I said, all is not lost. Those batters have an opportunity to turn it around, and they should be right up for it tomorrow. So
I just say that hopefully tomorrow they can turn things around based on have to look back at that horrible last part of performance. So hopefully they can say we can't let that happen again. We can't allow that to happen again. And hopefully they could show up and try to not replicate what they did last week. Sorry, no, last. Well, yeah, still last week. And show some fight and some great. For me, another thing, like, I mean, we all know the West Indies team. Like I said earlier, we're not battling with Australia. We're not battling with England. We're not battling with those top teams. But we know where we are. But we just need to see some fight. For me, once it's seeing some fight, once it's seeing some some sort of progression in the team. That's all they could ask for at this point in time. But when you're seeing a performance like what we had last time about one man scoring above 20, I mean, it is not good enough at all. You got one man scoring 17, and then after that 18 and 12 and 11 and 8, not 3. Nah, definitely not good enough for sure. But as Clint said, tomorrow is going to be a crucial day. Put it perfectly, to be honest. You can't win tomorrow, but you can definitely lose tomorrow. So as the guy said, hopefully we could come out tomorrow and restrict the South Africans under 340, and hopefully go there and show us some good skills with the bat. Yeah.
Speaking of restrict though, Jess, no we on restrict, and having a good day. Congrats to Australia for being in the World Test Championship final. We await either Sri Lanka or the team from India, who we know beat. We got a win, a well-deserved win, a well-played win. Honestly, looking back a little bit, watch back over the first test, we were blown out the water. the second test we was in with a show. Had we really applied yourself like how we applied yourself in the third test, we could have been 2-1 up. But we get in for the 2-2 draw. And what he would say something, Clay, and as a coach, you're good. Steve Smith is the right captain for Australia test team.
So you done Pat Cummins?
Not that I done with Pat Cummins. I just think Smith captaincy still is better than Pat Cummins.
What you say so? What's the rationale?
Smith is a bit more aggressive, and his reviews, his organization, his reviews be a little bit better. I guess because he's saying that Pat got to rely on the man. And in terms of captaincy and setting feel like how they get Pujara. Actually, Smith said, all right, okay. Because Pujara again, everything here, good. Just put it just down the legs, said Justin. And that was a brilliant catch.
150 balls later.
Point is the main thing, right?
But no, you're speaking about his captaincy. I thought he would have done it a bit earlier, 50 balls later. But continue, my bad.
But Pujara,
I'm not saying no, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just want to know what was your reason for saying that, which is fair enough. I mean, Smith is obviously a very successful captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Here he was hoping. All the best to Pat Cummins' mom. She's still in care, so he can't think. Which is good that if he gets some rest. Well, I don't know rest. Didn't get much, I guess, dealing with mom's back home, but thoughts and prayers. So we're going into the season, this crucial last test. With all to play for. I would love a series draw, Clay. I'm happy. Because again, when the tour start,
right, you would take that.
I would take that. And the World Test Championship final spot already secure, Clay. So, what some people hoping for is they got to win, and then hope New Zealand upset the Sri Lanka apple cart. If not, them down to the others. So for all the Honolulu and winning the battle and then retain the trophy,
you won the war.
Yeah,
you in the war.
I know. We gotta talk about Rohit Sharma struggling in tests, but I know he ain't gonna want to address that. There's some bottom performances in that India side that you get some pause. Some Rohit Sharma's shot selection, I would say, has been abysmal.
Rohit man had 21st test.
Well, you got me good here, boy.
So Nero, in the last two tests,
only two.
What the round only
420.
Okay. So you got 150 runs for your series.
More than Steve Smith.
Clay, imagine jump up with 120 to start series and probably got 150.
More than Steve Smith.
Let's take a look.
You ain't gonna take a look?
You can talk. You can have a chat.
You ain't gonna take a look? Will you watch the great Steve man really raise his back yet and sits in it?
Let's see.
Yeah, he had me a little shot there.
Well, he got me well.
I'm pretty sure.
You want to make sweet like the Aussies?
Pretty sure, right?
Yeah, this last test here coming up gonna be pretty exciting. Obviously gonna be a lot of talk about the pitch. So leading into this test, if it can be a turner from the get-go, if it can be a bit more even surface. So changes to the 11 who plays, because there was a lot of talk. There was actually a lot of talk about India's approach too. I saw Ravi Shastri saying that there was a lot of complacency in the camp, and how reckless the batting performance was, etc. Rohit then hit back at him. So yeah, there's a lot of media rumblings going on both sides, and it's so funny that when India was winning, there was no talk about
United,
that.
just like United.
Yeah, there was no talk about that. But after one loss, no, then you're hearing things coming up from the former coach Ravi Shastri. So yeah, it's very interesting to see the approach and stuff like that. The
But Clint, I
surface
mean,
that is cleared on.
the SEC did grade that wicket as poor. Them is good. Better nothing new.
Right.
So I think I
Oh
forget.
boy.
You see, I know the Oregon one, but
I
this is
ain't
the
saying nothing.
experts.
I ain't talking.
Yes,
No, to be fair, to be fair to the
this
ACC
is
though,
the
and I said
experts.
this, I said this from ball one, before anything major really took place. I actually thought that pitch was spinning too much from ball one. I saw left hand spinner ball and that roll hit, and then there on day one, I just said, nah, this there's a thin line. I don't have an issue with a pitch spinning and stuff like that, but that to that degree on day one, ball was for sure dominating back. So I didn't have an issue with the first couple of pitches, but that one for sure I felt was doing way too much from too early. So I was surprised that was given a failing grade.
First off, congrats to Australia. If there's one thing I remember Australia and England, them is adapt them is three things. It may not come off for a start, but them is three things, a new approach. Before the Aussies would have come down there with three fast bowlers and this and that and get hammer and pummel. They come down there with two spinners, get hammer and pummel. They still get hammer and pummel, but at least the game's becoming closer. Right? So I appreciate that from the Aussies. They're actually learning, they're sticking to the ways. From the Indian point of view, they have to learn to switch it up. As in, force them to thinking, all right, this is a turner, and they pick three spinners, and then this pick it is like a belt to that Joe Root scored the double punt, something like that. Not just the what they're gonna switch it up. They're gonna switch it up. You find one of the Westies get tricked like that. Whereas we will take a pitch, you can pick four seamers and then do this and do that. Right? For the Indians, they're gonna switch it up. The batting display, I can't. Like I mentioned, I don't. Y'all think I was probably joking, but this version of India, these guys don't bat spin at home that well. It's just the opposition poor at batting spin, but these Indians don't bat spin that well. These Indians more adept to playing fast bowling. So you will see these Indians going to Australia, and you will see that way they will perform well because you're getting consistent bumps, etc. Maybe New Zealand, England is a different story.
It's true.
Ball probably swinging and things.
It's true to some degree, but keep in mind that you also missed the key man there in Pant, Rashad Pant, who
Yeah.
actually
I
does play
on the
spin
man, but they don't make excuses.
very.
You can't replace Pant. You can't replace Pant. That's a game changer there.
Right,
That
I
is
on
a
the man. I
game.
on the man in here as well too.
He ain't gonna play. What you did there? He ain't gonna bowl. You're gonna play the skipper. You're gonna play the skipper, so you ain't gonna play. But anywho, yeah, Pant. You can't replace Pant. The greatest Indian keeper batsman. So you can't. It's hard to replace Rashad Pant. Hopefully he's back to his powers when he returns. Hopefully, you never know.
How he recovery going though? Nero and get on the there on that.
They're both playing chess, man. Playing chess or just recovering, man. But
He's on track,
I don't
man.
know time, yeah. So
Yeah. We know time.
hopefully he'll be back. But because he was in a fantastic run of form in Test cricket. But all in all, last test in a few hours. I would have loved to see Kuldeep, but I guess in this must when I don't know the direction they will go.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know the direction they will go.
I saw for he batting alone. I saw
That's our massive. That's our massive. So that trio, I would play all that. I would just play trio all the time. Like
yeah.
I would just play trio because I know what game the back. Especially for Jadeja and Axar.
I concerned about that behind Leonard there though. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but Jadeja batted at 5 last game.
It was the last innings.
Oh, last innings. Okay.
Yeah, they wanted left and right, left, right. So then
Okay.
went 6. Yeah. Yeah, I went 6. But it's just for Gil to make any money. I'm about to clear money. Chapman Gil. Pujara gonna be Pujara.
Oh,
Kohli
that's
gonna
right. Send a message.
Kohli gonna make 20 and my all rounders gonna do what they do. Jadeja, sorry, they're gonna do what they do. But Australia, just get Travis Head early, and that's the end of the game, basically.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think there's 2 ways about it.
Nothing from Marnus, nothing from Steve.
There's not 2 ways about it. Travis Head is the difference. He scores quickly. Marnus, quality player, but he can get his head on Steve Smith.
I think
He just ready to get. He just ready to Ashes to start or something.
I think Marnus got a big screen before this series finished.
He won't doubt it. He's an alien, so he won't doubt it. But
so you can't count him out.
No, I'm speaking about the money rich head, this back.
Oh,
He put that pressure on them. Marnus said that you could control them. You could control them a bit, but head you can't control. He got evil, or he can change the play of the game. The rest of them is Peter Hanscon.
So what kind of surface you preparing?
Saying that good for batting and bowling.
If it's in your hands,
the pick
so
is
even
if it's in my hands,
yeah.
This is when I pick any belt to know. I play the belt to know.
Okay, because you're 2-1 up.
Yeah, I prepare the belt to this thing.
Right, so you can't. Right, so you gotta make the game as even as possible.
Yeah, I prepare the belt to know.
I'm back equality to win. I expect Shami to come back and say too.
Correct. I already know.
This is the Joya pitch. It looks likely to spin from day 1 again. Although T. Smith has said that he reported it could be the best batting surface so far, at least to start with. So there were 2 tests. Let me get some stats. There were 2 tests played here between England and India. The day 19 lasted 2 days, but the day again lasted 3 with spin dominating both. Spain has taken 48 of the 60 wickets to fall in the last 2 tests.
You got the better spinners.
20 wickets at 9.3035 wicket hauls.
You got the better spinners. You might not take 8.
Virat Kohli has gone 15 test innings without a half century. The next longest streak without a 15 innings specialist better playing in India was Marnus.
Virat Kohli has 40 more hundreds than Steve Smith.
Jeez, we just this test cricket we talking about Nero. This is not
format.
That's a whole other over there again.
I thought cricket. Yeah. But anyways, congrats to Australia.
That's a whole other over there.
Oh, about 11 the series or?
No, I'm in the game.
Oh.
I thought we celebrate series when I know we Africa over games. My bad. My bad.
But yeah, I definitely looking forward to this final test between Australia and India for sure. Definitely should be some box office stuff for sure. All eyes would definitely be on this test, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm sure most of you.
I mean, this 4th test, Clint Jason, Neron coming to the show next week.
Yeah, he might be there. He be here. He probably might not be wearing his Indian shirt, but he definitely here.
Clint, I can't hear next week. We go, Clint. I mean, this 4th test is a party next week for bench start, buddy. It's a party called it. Man, how many beat 4-love again? How much, Clint? Clint,
against the odds.
Correct. This is a typical underdog story. This is an underdog story.
I come from behind.
Yeah. Now, as Sri Lanka win our first test, you can be sweating next week. Yeah. Don't worry about that cycle, buddy.
Before we close off, any closing remarks from the guys? Before we close off.
I'm playing.
Nothing major happening.
There's Yorkshire new playing colours there. Can't go on.
So Clint, Nero, I guess with the season, y'all net sessions have started, right?
Yeah, Yorkshire has begun their work long time.
So Nero, you want to tell the viewers the days of the week practice and them and got young kids listening, persons
I
with
was saying
age
you
to
saying technically
comment.
for everybody else, but me, I can't wait. But I want to see my else. What we can do?
Clint, I will let you send from Willie page too. Thanks, buddy. Huh?
Pardon?
I will let you send from Willie as well. All right.
Well, no problem, man. I don't control social media. I just
Yeah,
deal with the on the
The
field,
coaching
stuff.
all right.
Yeah.
same here, man. But
No
I'll try,
hope.
man.
Yeah, I will see if I can pass on a message.
All right, guys. I think we can close out here now. Just want to say once again, thanks to the viewers for continuing to tune in each and every week. We really appreciate the feedback we continue to receive from you guys. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe whenever you do get a chance to watch this video. Thank you, and have a good night.
Peace.